Welcome back, FastGadgeters. Well, today we're going to do something really fun. I've been meaning to test out Korora and looking at the different distributions that are available there. I'm pretty excited to try this out. One of my viewers recommended it, and I don't think I've ever used Korora, so I am genuinely curious to see how well it installs and how easy it is to use right out of the box. So I of course have my torrent running here. It's completed its download and the ISO is 2 gigabytes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gear up. I've got a couple of things I need to do. For one, I am a VirtualBox user, so I really like VirtualBox. So I'm going to type in my password here if I can remember it. Apparently I haven't installed it on this machine, so I'm going to go ahead and do one now. I have a feeling it uses caps, so I may have to do this again. I always forget. Let's try this again. So we'll do an up arrow and install VirtualBox. There we go. Much more like it. And I'm going to say yes. So I am currently running on my Phenom 2 X6 1055T desktop system, and I have to say it's really doing very well. So I feel confident in going ahead and doing this on this particular system. Plus I have the 6 cores, which is really helpful for me. I'm not sure why I'm not providing a seed. Maybe they've got more than enough seeds. Only thing I can think of. Let's see. Let's open the destination folder. And there it is. Okay, so it's in the downloads folder. No problem. We can find that easy enough. Well, I guess I didn't need to do that, did I? Meant to do that. And VirtualBox is installing. So one of the things that I always get concerned about when I'm looking at distributions is how long have they been around, because I would hate to get used to a particular distro and then find out that it disappears. But if you go to KororaProject.org and then go to team, you can see that the core development team has actually been on at it for quite a long time. Chris Smart here has been with it. He's the founder and lead developer since 2005. Ian here has been with it since 2010, and Jim Dean since 2011. And there's been other core team members as well as contributors. So with this particular distribution, I feel if I did choose to move over to Korora 25 or Korora in general, I would feel fairly confident that I wouldn't have too much of a worry of things disappearing. It's been going now for 12 years, so that gives me a high confidence. Alright, so we've got this downloaded, and I'm just going to leave it running in case they need an extra seed. Probably not, but you never know, right? And let's go and check out if VirtualBox, whoops. I got a pretty junky mouse I'm running with right now. I really need to do me an upgrade. Alright, looks like VirtualBox installed successfully. I've got version 5.1.10-1, which is a newer version. And we'll go ahead and minimize this. And let's run VirtualBox. See how it does. Come on. Computers these days. Okay. Alright, there's VirtualBox. And I'm going to create a new one. I'll call it Korora. Which I really don't think they'll have. So I'll just give it a Fedora. What do you think about memory here? Amount of RAM. Having some viewing problems, I think, because I've increased my font size. So I think it's putting in 1024. I have plenty of RAM in here, so I think I'll give it at least 4. Oh, it doesn't look like it let me. Let's see. We'll try again. Alright, so that should be 2048 megabytes. And we will create a hard disk. I like to actually do the installation because it really teaches me more about that particular distro than running it off of USB, in case some of you were curious. Alright, I'm going to do dynamically allocated. We will call it Korora. And it looks like we're ready to go. Now I believe when I click power on, it should ask me for a disk. Oh, brother. First of all, we're going to have to find out what my settings are. Okay, so it is enforcing, so that's not good. So I'm going to do set enforce permissive, and I'm thinking, well, I'll tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to close it and I'm going to reopen it, and I'm sure it's not going to work, but you know what, sometimes it does, so why not? So this is one of the arguments for Korora right here, is that things work. And yes, we still get the error message because with things set for enforcing, it couldn't compile correctly, so we'll do a DNF remove VirtualBox. And once that's erased, I just want to do a DNF list really quick and grep on kernel. So I do have debug and tools. There's headers, which I think is what it needs, and devel. So it's all there. Sometimes if you don't have kernel devel or devel or whatever you want to call it, kernel development, you know what it is, and kernel headers, it will be a problem during the installation, but they are there currently, so it should have been fine. So we'll do a DNF install VirtualBox again, and with things set for permissive, I'm going to go with theoretically this should work, and things are cached, so this should be a very quick installation. It's always nice when things work out, but we'll see, right? And this is one of the criticisms of Linux. You know, things aren't just simply drop and drag and install. You have to be a tinkerer. You have to be somebody who's willing to do all these little things to make stuff work. And I actually don't mind it. I do like it. Some people don't. And I don't begrudge people who are happy with Windows or Mac. You know, whatever. If that's what you like, that's cool. I understand. Alright, we're going to try this again, folks. And while I'm here, I might as well add it to my favorites since I run it all the time anyway. And now we're going to try and power on Korora. And we still have the problem. We need AK mods. Well, as always, things are a little bit more complicated than we had hoped. Alright, so I took a print screen of that. So let's go ahead and do it. DNF install akmod-virtualbox kernel-devil- $, uname-r, which will get my current kernel version. And let's see if it'll work. Hopefully I typed it right. Well, unfortunately, for whatever reason, DNF will not parse or find my current kernel version right here. So I'm going to try RPM find. Well, this is a real bummer. This is becoming a pain in my butt. I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't have to do a complete update, because I do need an update, but I was going to do that a little bit later. So I just want to download this frickin' package. If I could just get it really quick and be done with it. Kernel debug, kernel devil. Okay. Save link as. And it's going to plop in downloads. That's fine. And let's do a listing of all my RPMs. And I'm going to try and use DNF. We'll see how it works. No. Fine. -IVH. Linux is definitely a challenge, and if you're not willing to roll with the punches, you're not doing yourself any favors trying to run it. So, it says it's done. I want to see it come back to the... There we go. Okay, so if I go ahead and run akmods... Yeah. Now we got the OK. Alright, so theoretically I should now be able to run my VM. And I think I'm going to close this and reopen it just to be on the safe side. And what do you think? 50% chance it won't work? Here we go. What do we got? Well, it makes sense that this probably wouldn't have worked. So, I'm going to stop this. I don't know why I just did that. And we're going to try again. Is already installed skipping. Is already installed skipping. Nothing to do. And akmods seem to have successfully installed. And set in force. I'm sorry, get in force is permissive. Alright, well, this is looking like a two-part video here. Yeah, I'm gonna try and run VirtualBox, but I'm thinking it's probably not gonna work. We'll do a start. It actually does work. What do you know? So I guess it just wanted a reboot, which is fine. And it wants to know if I want to use the host drive, but I actually want this. Alright. We're going for the gold now. Okay, so what do I want to do? Do I want to test or do I want to start? Let's just, no. Actually, I guess I'll go with start since it does the install right from live CD anyway. Alright, closing in now. Oh, beautiful. I actually like how it looks. Very nice. Simple but beautiful all at once. Alright, we'll let it finish booting up. And I did not want to do that. It's just that this mouse definitely is broke. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh, pretty music. Check out that wallpaper. Wow, very nice. Well, so if I take the install option, we're going to double click. Okay, thank you, I get it. You can go away now. Can we go away? Alright, I'm going to take English. And we'll go with automatic partitioning, of course. Looks like I guess I only gave it 8 gigs. That's miserable. So with the default disk size, I don't have enough room to install Korora. Well, that's my own fault. Usually I make the disks larger anyway. So let's see if I can just kill the virtual machine since we haven't installed anything yet, and go back into VirtualBox, and we'll cruise down to the storage and get rid of it, create a new one, create a new one. No. I want a new disk. Nope. Yes. Create new disk. Next. Dynamic. That's really interesting because I did not click next and it went on to the next screen. So clearly I'm definitely going to have to invest in another mouse because that was ugly. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Create new. Next. And we're waiting. Next. Next. No. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here. There. That should do it. Create. You cannot create a new virtual hard disk that uses the location because it can be already used by another virtual. I don't know what it's talking about. It should have deleted it. I told it to delete it, but you know how that goes. Alright. Now, let's go. Alright, start Korora. So far, so good. And I'm sure it's going to tell me it's going to do software rendering again, which is okay because I don't have the the VirtualBox drivers installed yet. I'll have to get to that a little bit later. No point in doing it when it's just running as a live CD. And the pretty startup music. We are running in software mode. We want to install Korora. Faster we get this done, the quicker we can get the VirtualBox drivers installed. Go ahead. I'm thinking one of my big mistakes was not giving this sucker more kernels. Cores, I should say. What did I do? One lousy CPU. Oh no! Well, I'm going to create var run anaconda.pid because the file already exists. Anaconda is already running, so or previous. I clicked it twice. I'm so bad. Alright, go away. And continue. I'm so tempted to go ahead and give it several more cores. Will you guys hate me if I do that? I gotta do it. I just can't take it. So I'm thinking it's gonna run faster. I got 6 cores available, for crying out loud. So I'm gonna go into settings and system and processor 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 should about do it. We'll give it 100% execution cap. Yeah, we'll leave that default. Just quick check on the motherboard. Yeah, you know what? We'll just jump this up a little bit. I see a 3 there. I can't really read it, but that's okay. I don't mind. I mean, theoretically, it should be a little bit faster, right? So I'm going to click Start. And here we go. Well, seems a little bit more robust. This will be the test right here. Come on. Guess I got to go out and buy my Zen CPU, huh? And let's see the system load. It's got CPU at about 57%. I don't know, maybe it's a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and log in. Getting up to 60. It does have 100% of each core available to it. And we did give it a nice little bit more memory. I don't think it's using it all right now. Some of that is probably system memory too. And our message now. So I click this once. How fast will it come up? Will it be any better whatsoever? Okay. You can go away, software mode message. Thank you. And we're going to go with English automatic install on my 61.77 gigabyte drive. Done. Because of my mouse, I'm not 100% sure whether or not it's actually taking my clicks. It looks like it. Alright, let's begin installation. And we'll watch CPU utilization. I left 2 cores for my rendering. I don't know if that was the greatest idea or not. Hopefully it won't turn into a chunky mess. And let's give it some kind of password. For root, and always create a user. I know a lot of people say I run it as root, but I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Linux, so whoops. Okay, and done there. So it's at about 9%. I think I'm going to pause the video for a little bit and let this wrap up, and when we come back we should be in Korora. Well, we're getting close. It's creating it's an ITRAM FS, so it shouldn't be too much longer here. And yeah, it is slower as a virtual machine, but I really don't mind that too much. I just see it as part of the experimentation phase. You know, you want to try something before you're actually going to use it. And to be honest, I don't think I will run Korora as my main system, and you may want to know why. Well, the reason to that is I like to learn how to install all the different packages and what it takes to get things working correctly. Alright, so theoretically I've installed Korora, and I should be able to... And this is a little bit new for me because I don't use Cinnamon. Well, I shouldn't say don't. I just haven't in a very long time. So I'm going to do quit. Shut down the system now. Let's go for restart. But it looks beautiful. I mean, Cinnamon looks really nice. It's come away a long way. Okay, so I think it's still trying to start with the media, so I'm going to close the system, power it off, and go into settings, storage, and how about I just go back to the host drive? Will that do it? Yeah, I think so. Okay, we're going to power back up. And it's using a 4.8 kernel, 4.8.11. Oh man, I'm buying several mice. And we're going to put in Mark's password. And once I get my desktop, I think we'll do, wow, that's pretty. Alright, so we'll make that go away. We will go to devices, insert guest editions. Theoretically, it should work okay. Sigh. Are you sure you want to download them? I'm pretty sure I kind of need them right now. Okay, so hopefully this won't take too long. I'm not sure why the VBox guest editions don't install with VirtualBox, and it makes me wonder whose choice that was. Whether it was, Fedora itself. Alright, got it downloaded. We will insert it. Intended to be automatically started. I say go for the gold. Gotta have that root password though. And authenticate. Maybe we'll get lucky. So I don't think I have, like kernel header or kernel devil installed. I don't know if I need those or not. I'm thinking it does, so it should fail. Well, so far I can say this is absolutely awesome looking interface. I can't wait to dig into it a little bit and see what it's like. They've done a nice job of making Cinnamon extremely useful by the looks of it. Got a full menu up here. Not sure what the welcomes are. Oh, okay. I get it. So this is running programs up here. Display, removable drives, first workspace. Connected to the wired network. Good. So, are we good? I'm really thinking I should restart this. What do you think? Let's go for it. What's this one here? Log out. Okay, that's cool. And I will restart again. And I did hear sounds. I have my sound down pretty low, but I am hearing sound just fine. I don't think I'll do updates on this Korora right now because I just want to get it up and going. Let's change the view to full screen. And host F will get me out. And of course it probably won't change until I boot in, log in. Wow. So it's still running in software rendering mode. I bet one of you guys out there is saying, Mark, you forgot to do X, Y, and Z, and you're probably right. I'm going to get back out of software rendering mode. I wonder if I failed to turn on. Yeah, that might have something to do with it. You know what I'm going to say? I know I should have had it set up from the start, and I do apologize, but I'm going to do a shutdown of the VM because I do want to enable 3D, and maybe we can get slightly better performance, which would be awesome. This is all running on the Radeon HD 4250, so I really don't expect the best performance ever, but it's probably going to be better than software rendering. So, alright, settings, display, enable. Why? I don't know about you guys, but I get this all the time. Maybe because there really isn't any 2D acceleration to offer. I'll give it the maximum amount of video memory I can. I'm going to leave scale factor alone at the moment. And we're going to restart. Log me in. Oops. Ha. So, yeah, it looks like I broke the GUI. So I enabled 3D rendering, and I can now not log in. That's pretty funny. Is there anything I can do on the screen? I guess we can go to fallback. Okay, we're going to try and log in with software rendering. Nope, no joy. I've got it set for Cinnamon software rendering. If I do Control F2, will it do it in the virtual machine? No. I guess I blew it. I'll go ahead and shut it down. I'm going to boot it up one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to do another reinstall. Because I didn't have hardware 3D rendering enabled. So if this doesn't work, I'll just do a quick reinstall. What a bummer, man. I guess I could try rescue too. I'll try rescue. Why not? After all, the idea is to find out everything I can about this particular distribution. See if that helps at all. I could try to reinstall the VirtualBox drivers. Alright, so rescue mode worked. I'm not sure why, but it did. The only thing I can figure out is why I cannot. There we go. Much better. But I don't want that. I want that. I say we try to insert the guest editions. Yeah, you show me the details. Media locked, huh? Could it by any chance be locked? Because it's already there. Yes. Okay. It'd be nice to be able to actually boot into full 3D mode and see if we can get things working right. If it doesn't, whatever. I could just look around in rescue mode, but I kind of want like full 3D rendering using the hardware. So how many of you out there are using VirtualBox, and what do you think about it? Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I used boxes a little bit, but I really didn't like it. It seemed pretty basic, and yeah, it wants me to restart, so I'm going to restart. Oops. You're not going to let me do it there, are you? And command line is right there, so I'll do a restart. What am I doing? Do I think I'm in Windows or something? Reboot. Ah, geez. Never got back to the command line. Okay, here we go. Try number 3. Anyway, forgot what I was talking about. I'm brain dead. Got back from vacation and had to see snow again, so you're going to have to bear with me. Boy, this mouse. Ugh. Driving me nuts. Okay. So we might as well switch to full screen. So yeah, I've killed it. I'm sure there's a million things I could do in the command line, but by the time I get all that done and the troubleshooting and the errors and all that, I'll be all done. So I'm just going to go ahead and trash it and rebuild it. Well, folks, I went ahead and created a new disk and put back the ISO image into my virtual CD drive and did a reboot, and Korora boots up, and this is what I get. So it doesn't look like the whole VirtualBox support thing is too great. That's the only thing I can guess, which is really disappointing because I know Fedora 25 works perfectly fine. in the VirtualBox. So I'm not sure what the story is here or what kind of changes they've made. I'm going to go ahead and give it a hard reset and boot back up again. I really don't think I need to test the media because we've already done an installation from it. I mean, I guess I could use rescue mode, but I don't really get an option for rescue mode at the menu, so I'd have to figure out how to do that. So here it comes to the boot up, and we'll just log in as live system user. So it sits here pretty much for a very long time, then the screen dimensions change a little bit, and that's it. You do hear the music though, so it's like it thinks it successfully logged in. And it looks like my options to resize are currently grayed out, which is perfectly fine. So I'm going to power it off, and I'm going to give up on the idea of installing it. And we'll go straight back to display. We're going to turn off 3D support. We're just going to try and run it right from the live CD. I guess that's what we got to go with in software mode. Disappointing. And what's the problem? Oh boy. I'm going to let it do the disk check, and we're going to see if it actually can get through it. Funny it's doing any kind of disk check since there's nothing on it, because I haven't installed anything. And I can't believe it would be disk checking the live ISO. That shouldn't have any corruption from restart. It's supposed to be a CD after all, or DVD rather. Alright, we're going to try again to log in. And I'm thinking it probably won't. Yeah, probably. Well, no, it should. Because it's booting up from the live CD. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we can only do software rendering mode. I guess that's just the way it is. And I'm going to go ahead and go full screen. And don't show me that message again. So yeah, I guess since we're in software rendering mode, there will be no resolution changes. Alright, well I really don't care about desktop, I want display. Well, I don't really get where you make changes to the actual display itself with the resolutions and such. Screensaver, preferred apps. I don't know. I guess I can't. Yeah, I'm not very impressed. I'm kind of stuck. I don't know if I can resize it out here. Probably not, since the tools are not installed. Well, yeah, I won't be using Korora anytime soon. I realize that this is all in VirtualBox, and you'll say, yeah, but you didn't install it on your actual hardware, and so on and so forth. But I expect a distribution to be able to install without any problems in one of the key open source virtualization software packages without any problems whatsoever. If it can't do that, it's really not ready for prime time as far as running on my actual hardware. I've just had too many problems getting this working right, and it won't support 3D rendering pass-through in VirtualBox, and it should be able to do that. It should be a simple matter. So it looks pretty, you know, I can say that much. I mean, it's pretty cool looking, but I don't know. I don't know if updates would help or what, but you know, I'm not inclined to go through the entire installation process again and then do updates and all that. At least not right now. Maybe I'll do a part 2 at some point, but so it is getting out okay. I don't know. Maybe I expect too much. What do you guys think? But I figured this would be running perfectly. And it's got some significant limitations. And what is this display? Laptop default. I guess my display's up there instead of in settings, so I can't click it. What can I do with it? About. I don't want to remove it. Monitor control applet. Doesn't seem to do anything. Well, there's display settings, but I did not see those in the overall settings. 1024, and that's it, huh? I'm sure things would be a little bit better if I ran it on hardware, but it's kind of got to hit the ground running, in my opinion. I mean, I just shouldn't experience any problems. You know, when I installed CentOS or Fedora or Ubuntu, or as some people like to say, Ubuntu, I didn't have any problems getting those installed in VirtualBox. I like the theme. I love all the stuff they've done. Curious on their selection of icons by default. Thunderbird first, Pigeon, VLC, which I can agree with. Yum Extender, you kind of need something there for the menu. Let's see what we get when we click Yum Extender. Guess I can't. Oh, I can resize it. Okay. There we go. So it's getting repository data. So this is kind of more of a updates than it is a software store kind of Fedora style. Let's see. And what else do they have? Office, another browser, or maybe that's Firefox right there. Well, actually, that's a group. Hello, Mark. Hex chat. Some of these I haven't actually heard of, like Liferia. I don't know what that is. And transmission, Office products, Libre. Lots of sound and video already set up. Kind of like that. Handbrake, Audacity, Bracero. Very cool. I wonder why in my sound and video groups I'm seeing... There, that's better. Record my desktop's installed. This is, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a French video editor. I use Kdenlive. I tried to use this one, but I had a lot of problems with it. It's got a long way to go before it gets past beta. Some admin tools. Lots of preferences that you can change. And here's display, but that's not in the settings. I shouldn't have to go hunt for that. No recent files, places. Well, I guess I'm disappointed with Korora. You know, to be fair, I haven't done the updates and all the other stuff. So, I mean, there's great possibilities for it, and I'm pretty sure it's probably got RPM Fusion set up and all of the normal plugins that you have to do later in Fedora, and it takes a little bit more work to do. But I really don't mind doing that. I like to know and understand how to install things and how to get things working. So that doesn't really bother me too much. So these are all the packages that are ready for updates, and there's quite a few. And it's possible this might make a difference. Quite a chunk of updates there. Not surprising, really. I got sound, volume, my wired network settings, modify panel, time and date. What's this? Oh, show desktop. That makes sense. I don't have any reason to show desktop because I don't have an app open yet. So I'm going to open one. And now I'll do show desktop. Ta-da! I wonder if I move the mouse into the corner, what does it do? I know I can configure those. Those aren't really configured right now, so that's no big deal. Because I did see it say that I could do that. So, I mean, there's definitely potential here. I think I'm probably going to issue a part 2. And what's that icon? Okay, log myself out. That's cool. Have a little icon ready to go to help you if you not log out but lock your screen. That's cool. Alright, well, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to call this part 1 of Korora, and a little bit of a learning experience for me. I haven't used Cinnamon in a very long time, but everything looks really attractive, but I should be able to do 3D pass-through and get everything working that way. I really wanted 3D rendering to work, but I'm sure I could figure it out given enough time. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next episode of Fast Gadgets.